is suited for personal protection? Just in general, I realize not all of them are good, like you said, but the best breed.
I would have to say Belgian Malinois.
I don't even know what that looks like. Is that
you see them on the cop shows? They look like shepherds, but they're a little smaller.
Are they like usually solid black?
They're like, well, they're kind of rustish colored and with a black mask on their face.
Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll give your number out, man. You're not on a referral list or anything. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point, but give your number out since you called in.
Sure. It's 303-465-3762.
One more time.
We've been doing 303-465-3762.
Go ahead.
We've been doing this for about 25 years in the Denver metro area.
Cool, man. Very cool. I've used a couple like that. Not you, but maybe I'll check you out here soon. Thanks, dude.
Sure. I did want to correct something you said, though.
Please.
First go around.
Okay, now you sound like my wife.
Control. Sorry. Animal Control did not go out there over this call.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I didn't. I think Doc alluded to that. Doc, did you get that mixed up? Or
No, I didn't allude to. I just said Animal Control had been out there at some point.
Yeah, I took it the way Doc said it.
Said over this call.
Yeah, okay, maybe. And then he said yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you. No, actually, how I really took that is, when you open a facility like that, they come out and check on you occasionally, just like a veterinarian clinic or a hospital or anything.
Oh, somebody complained, and they came out, and they called me up, just to...
when that lady called to begin with, just so you know, when she found out, which I think was this morning or last night, we already had her lined up to come on the show. She's what we refer to as an outbound call. They called 303 Martino when the show wasn't going on, so we reached back out to him. She had no idea you guys trained animals and had no idea that, they had a warm place to go. So, I do give her that. And she did acknowledge that when she called this morning, so you know.
Okay, great.
All right. Hasta la vista, baby. 303-713-8255. Mohammed, I promise you're up next on the Troubleshooter Network. All right. 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man, and I promise I'll go to the phones. Frank, I know you got to cut out here in a minute, man. I can't emphasize enough, and I'm going to tell people what you do when it comes to selling your house. First of all, there's someone out there that's getting ready to sell their house, and they're thinking about a realtor. The first thing I'm going to tell you, because I've fallen prey to this, do not do these deals where you try to sell it yourself. You're going to end up not making as much money. I don't care what the commission is. None of that matters. The bottom line is how much goes into your bank account. And I'm telling you, these cut rate places or these sell your own house places, you're not going to sell it for the same amount. So even after you subtract whatever Frank's fees are, he's still going to put more money in your pocket. Now, here's what really makes them different from other realtors. Oh, and I'll tell you something else. Don't hire your sister or don't hire your cousin or some family member, because there's a lot of people out there that ran and got their real estate license and they just simply haven't done it that long. This man next to me actually goes and deals with an attorney. How often? Like twice a year?
Once a quarter.
Once a quarter, he goes to an attorney to make sure he understands any changes in real estate law in Colorado. The other thing he does, how often do you go to classes on negotiation, Frank?
Well, every day, technically, right?
Well, of course, because you touch every deal.
Yeah,
but seriously, how often?
Boy, quite a bit, Mark.
Multiple times a year.
Multiple times, yes.
Yeah. So listen. So ask your cousin or ask your whoever in your family or your neighbor that decided to sell houses. Ask him those questions. When's the last time you went to a negotiation class? When's the last time you paid money to sit down with a real estate attorney to make sure you've got all your bases covered when it comes to disclosure, for example? Then, after you find a great realtor like Frank Duran, the real estate man, ask him if they do this like Frank does. He comes in and cleans your house to stage it. He doesn't charge you for that. He brings a full maid crew in to get everything right. This is just another way he gets more than asking price because your house is ready to show. He'll tell you, too, hey, we got to get rid of this couch, or we got to do this, or I think it's smart to put carpet in now, or let's not worry about it. We'll give an allowance. He does all of this. When he came in and did our house, I swear to you, I promise on the lives of my children, after he did the virtual tour, what is that called? The
3D.
The 3D, but there's a name for it, like Paragon or something, whatever it is, Matterhorn, whatever it is, this 3D imaging. You could walk into my house and go upstairs, downstairs. It was just like being there. almost 100,000 people walk through my house virtually in 3 days. We had offers left and right that we could choose from, and he started a bidding war. Frank Duran, the real estate man. In fact, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. Frank, you saved me a lot of money. Thank you. Now, that was me asking you a question.
Well, that was a great question, Marcus.
Well, I appreciate that.
And the answer is very simple, you see. No, but we really, Mark, I really appreciate the opportunities. You know, I've done this for 27 years. I started out knocking on doors. You appreciate and you love every customer. One other thing we do is we don't time to a contract. They can cancel anytime. That's even after we've cleaned the house or did the virtual tour.
Once again, though, ask anybody else who you're dealing with a realtor. In fact, tell them to put it in their contract. You can leave at any time, even after they spent money advertising it, even after they clean it, or most of them don't clean it, but you're getting the idea. You can leave at any time. If you're not happy with Frank, that's it. Tell them to go away. It's done. It's over. You don't owe them a nickel.
We work to earn your business every day.
It's incredible. I mean, who else does that, Dan? I mean, honestly,
you know what he could save that.
Your own sister or cousin probably okey doke.
Look what happened with Hardy.
Hardy?
$10,000.
Oh my God! His daughter got her real estate license, and he used her. And literally, she had no idea, Frank, what she was looking at on a new construction contract, which is completely different, as you know, than a standard Colorado state real estate to buy and sell.
That's right.
He ended up losing $10,000 because of his own kid who just got her license.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Folks, I can't emphasize this one enough. God bless, Frank. Hasta la vista, baby.
Talk to you soon.
You got it. And by the way, the other thing Frank is unbelievably good at. You ready? Unbelievably good at. Unbelievably good at. Seinfeld trivia. I promise you it's incredible. Thanks, Frank. We'll see you. We were at a Christmas dinner with Frank a year or two ago, and Dan and I were trying to get him on any kind of Seinfeld trivia. We got our butts handed to us. Carl, go ahead. What's going on? Carl.
Yes, this is Carl.
Oh, dang it, Carl. I'm sorry. I'm going to put you on hold because I have promised Mohammed 1,000,000 times I'd go to him. Carl, you're next. Mohammed, what's going on with T-Mobile?
Yeah, hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes,
I had
sir.
an issue with T-Mobile. I switched service to Verizon after being 14 years with T-Mobile.
Got it.
And I owe him one bill
Okay.
for $207.24.
Got it.
When I went ahead and to pay the bill, they shocked me. They wanted $160 more for porting numbers, and I couldn't understand that.
When was this?
September 20th when I switched from
I don't
T-Mobile
think,
to
I'm
Verizon.
almost positive at this point, they can't hold your number hostage. You should be able to. Well, they didn't hold your number hostage. Hold on.
No,
You
they
said.
didn't. I ported the numbers to Verizon.
Yeah, okay. So why do they want. Oh, they're tacking onto your bill that.
Yes, exactly. $160 more for porting numbers, and I didn't understand. I tried to resolve the issue with T-Mobile, but they will not listen. I went to their stores several times. I talked to their manager, but they will not talk to me.
You know what we do? We do have an angel at T-Mobile, so I didn't know they could charge for porting the number. Are you sure they're not charging for like early termination or something to do with the actual equipment?
14 years. I never had a contract with them. The first 2 years with a contract, but now after that, it was just
Hold on a second. Hey, hold on. Dan, do me a favor. Just look up real quick if T-Mobile charges. I want to know if any company can charge a porting fee, if you will. I thought the feds got rid of a lot of that stuff. I really did, but I know they can't hold your number hostage. Wherever you go has the ability to pull your number from the old place, even if you owe money on your phone or contract or anything. But I never thought of whether or not the company you're leaving could charge for that. See what you can find on that. Meantime, we'll have Daphne call up our angel or send out an email. So, Mohammed, hang tight. We're also going to get some information. Let me take a quick break. Carl's got a real estate transaction. His brother took advantage of him or something. And then another comment on that Aurora cop that basically got a slap on the hands, drunk 4 or 5 times the legal limit, didn't get fired from the Aurora police. It's just crazy. All right, 303-713-8255. Remember, when we're not here, you can always find us on Facebook, YouTube. You can watch the show in its entirety, all 4 hours with video on our Facebook page. And that is, just go to Facebook and search Tom Martino's Referral List or Referral List, one word. There's numerous ways to find it. You'll see our logo. Don't forget referrallist.com for the absolute best vendors out there. And I have to say something. I have had so much wonderful response to the credit card processing company Tom and I started. You can go to savingonfees.com. We have one company we have saved over $50,000 a year. We made sure with the people we teamed up with when we formed this company, there'd be no long-term contracts. We wanted our people to have free equipment and, more importantly, the best credit card processing rates that are transparent right there. They will beat whoever you have, and there is nothing to lose. Savingonfees.com. Daphne, it says you have an update on the girls flying home. Go ahead.
Yes. All right. So Suzanne sent me this. She said the parolee, Michael's mom, is the one who is going to take the girls. She is here in Colorado, but per the social worker, they absolutely cannot fly alone back to Colorado. They have to have an adult with them.
Per what social worker?
Coming from the social worker.
So we've got to fly someone out to grab them and then fly them back?
Or they need to, an adult needs to fly with them, exactly.
Out to here and then fly back.
Correct.
When are they? So who okayed this? I mean, is this ready to go? If we can put this together now, is it done? Here's what the only thing I don't want to happen. It'll drive me insane. We pay for all these tickets. Deputy Doc pays for tickets. We pay for tickets. And they're all going to be non-refundable, very expensive tickets because they're same day, next day, and then the kids don't end up there. How do we know it's going to happen?
I think we need to step back and make sure we have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed, because I got another call from a Sandy who would not come on air, and she's exploding saying he's a horrible man, and she is the legal guardian. So we need to do some more. And
as the world turns.
Right. And then I also have an update
Hold on. How do we know who the legal guardian actually is right now?
I think we need to double check.
But how? I'm asking. They're in Florida. We're here. How do you check who a legal guardian is? Here's what Bonnie Shields said. If he is the biological father or the father and the wife dies, which did happen, he would be the next in command, if you will.
Exactly. So I think we just...
Well, who was the nutbag that called up? And the only reason I say that is they wouldn't come on the air. They wouldn't do anything. Who are they?
Exactly. Her name was Sandy, and I said...
so we don't... she could have been a total loony.
Exactly. So I think,
what's the other update?
Up on the end of the show, so we'll look into that. The other update is the woman that was murdered trying to get her home. John Miller from the Archdiocese of Denver, we got him involved.
Yes, Suzanne got on that.
Exactly. So Newcomer Mortuary is going to take care of things here. They're working with the coroner in Georgia.
So they're going to get the body back?
Well, that's a little more difficult because the legal next of kin is the murderer.
Is the murderer.
Exactly.
The legal next of kin is the person that killed them.
Exactly.
And he killed his mother and he killed his wife.
Yes,
oh
exactly.
My God.
So the father...
When I say we handle any problem in and out, we are helping someone get a body back here. We are helping someone get their kids back here. We're helping someone with T-Mobile. It's incredible. That is what this show's about. We're going to pick up where we left off on that stuff tomorrow. In fact, keep Mike up if he wants, but Michael Brown, I've got to ask you something.
What do you want to know?
We've been hearing about a deep state. You were in the Bush administration for how many years?
Almost 6.
6 years. Honest to God, is there a deep state? Does the FBI actually operate outside? We know they did at one point, but do you think they are now? Honestly.
Well, you've asked 2 separate questions.
I'll ask 3.
All right. Well, the first question you asked was, is there a deep state?
Yes.
And I have to tell you that when I first walked into Washington, D.C. on January 20th, 2000, what would it have been, 2000?
Yeah.
2001. That was the biggest shock I faced. We didn't call it the deep state then. We called it the permanent bureaucracy.
No kidding.
People who have been there literally. I mean, there were people that were working for me that have been in their jobs for 30 years. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so
they
weird.
have all the historical knowledge. They know where all the bodies are buried.
Because really the only thing that comes and goes is the administration.
Right.
So all these people